How's it going, guys? Black-Shenron here. Today I'm coming with sad news of pretty sure a lot of you heard it already. Kentaro Miura, the creator of Berserk, died on May 4th. I just found out about this today. Maybe last night. Maybe. It's already the 20th, but why is this information just coming to light? So, this is a video I really was not hoping to ever make. Well, at least not for the next 30 to 40 years. Unfortunately, life is full of disappointment and sorrow and pain, so nothing ever goes as you expect it, plan it, or hope it will, because that's just the way life is. I know it's frustrating. It's frustrating for me too. And I'm pretty sure it's frustrating for Miura to see that his life's work won't be completed. It hasn't been completed inside his lifetime. A story that he's been working on for over a decade. Never be able to become completed. And I'm pretty sure the reason that he's went through all these hiatuses and everything is because he thought he had more time. And I'm pretty sure everybody thought he had more time. Miura was only 54. 54 years old. That happened. I don't know what this means for Berserk manga. I honestly cannot tell you, but I did hear something about how Miura has assistants, and this was probably like a year or two ago, like maybe 2 years ago, where he had people where he basically gave them the basic outline of the story to help in case something happened to him. And they may be continuing the story. I'm not sure if that's confirmed or not, but I was hearing talk about that a couple years ago. And 2 years later, he's gone. Yeah. So, let's talk about Miura's work. His life's work, which he'll never be able to see get completed because he passed before that time. He'll never be able to see his fans' reactions to the end of Guts, the end of Guts' saga, and the end of Guts' lifetime of pain. That's not really fair, but there's no such thing as fairness. So, instead of dwelling on this right here, I'm going to explain to you what Guts meant to me as a character. Berserk was the first manga I ever read. I watched the anime before that, but at the time I watched the 1997 version of Berserk, I was only like maybe 3 anime in. I was watching Naruto. I already watched Dragon Ball Z, and I think what was the last one? I know this might be a little weird, but High School DxD. Yeah, I had some friends who were the equivalent of weebs when we were inside the 7th grade, which is really weird. But yeah, it was this manga that they didn't even know about. I watched it for the first time, and I just continued watching it. I didn't even realize what manga was, or that Berserk itself had a manga, because that's just how new I was to all of this stuff. And I really resonated with Guts as a character. And well, as Berserk is a series, because Berserk, it wasn't like the other manga. It didn't have that whole, no matter how, we can work as hard as possible, things will look up for us, and we'll survive and make our way through no matter what. Berserk was different because it was more realistic in the fact that no matter how hard you struggle, there will always be losses. The only thing that'll keep you alive is you. And that was very shined on by the eclipse itself. Guts and Casca being the only ones remaining. The only person Guts was able to save was himself. And he blamed himself for that. And he hated Griffith for what he'd done to his friends and everyone with him. I loved seeing Guts' journey through, well, very questionable decisions, which I once again loved, because he wasn't focused on doing the right thing. He's not like the regular fantasy main character where goodness comes above all else. He lived by his own compass and dealt with things his own way, not letting these so-called morals get inside of his way, which really hampered what he was capable of at times, but it also made him so deadly. For him to be able to throw everything else away, to come to the enemy in front of him and kill him in a life or death battle. That's why I really resonated with Guts, because the main characters from regular shonen manga always happy and go-lucky, and they always have hope for the future. And at the time I was watching Berserk, I didn't have any of that. I was like Guts, but nowhere near as extreme, because I didn't have mine. Every friend I've ever known murdered, but I was somewhere on that spectrum. See Guts, person just like me, it's like I could feel inside of his head. And that's one thing Miura was great at, making very human characters. And that's, anyway, he was absolutely amazing at making very human characters, humanizing the person in front of him. Even if Guts at that point was basically representing the most deprived side of humanity, where throughout his entire life he had nothing but sorrow, and he had a little gleam of hope until that was eventually taken away. And the only thing that was able to really push him forward at that point was revenge. And that was him as a young man. He was still childish then, and I was still childish when I watched it then. But I love that about Guts. He grew as a person. About seeing that scene, you know, that manga panel in the manga. I meant that manga panel where he looks Griffith in the eyes, and he goes to reach for his sword. But after he sees Casca, he hesitates and just walks away. That was a really big part of growth for Griffith. A really big part of growth for Guts. And I was proud of Guts. Fight back! Fight back! Fight back! I'm very disappointed and sad that we probably won't be able to see the end of Guts' story the way that Miura would have wanted it to play out. I'm very sad about that, because Berserk was a series that I've been watching for quite a while, and I felt like I was kind of growing with Guts, and I was looking forward to seeing how the two of our journeys would play out, and in the end, if he finds inner peace, or if he's consumed by revenge. But there's a chance we won't be able to see that. And you know what? I'm not gonna say I'm okay with it, but honestly, I'm just thankful for the journey at this point. So thank you guys for watching. Like, comment, subscribe, all that other shit. I really hope Berserk continues, but if it doesn't, we all have to say goodbye sometimes, right? Press that like button and all that. I'm trying to make it. We're almost at 1K. We're less than 250. We're at 288 right now. We're 212 212 subscribers from 1,000 subscribers, so I really need those subscriptions, guys. Thank you for watching me dealing with the bullshit I was speaking inside this video, because honestly I can't re-record this. I'm not in the right headspace right now. See you guys later.